Peace, good day, good afternoon, grand rising, happy Monday, happy motivational Monday, happy gratitude day, wherever you are, whenever this post finds you. My name is Dana Nicole, and my spiritual community, I am known as Spiritual New Growth. The two are one, and I reintroduced myself as Spiritual New Growth in relation to my spiritual new growth. Literally, not just from my scalp, because my hair is normally shorter. And I shouldn't even say normally. It is what I curated as a part of my personality, to just have short hair, and I miss it, and I may go back to it, but nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. I am grateful to be in your presence, that you took the time out to listen to this post, to this video. On my channel, I speak my truth. I talk about all things related to hair on another level, right? And when I say on another level, sometimes it's bigger than your hair. Like, really, it's bigger than your hair. You wanting your hair done is bigger than you wanting your hair done. It's deeper than you wanting your hair done. You wanting to cut your hair sometimes is deeper than you wanting to just cut your hair off. And you not doing your hair is deeper than you not wanting to do your hair. I speak from a plethora of perspectives because I have lived a plethora of perspectives. I am not cookie cutter as a stylist. I'm not going to be cookie cutter as your new, your new view. I'm not going to be cookie cutter. I do appreciate long videos. However, there is this sense of hurriedness to post, to leave content, and I strongly feel that is due to the dopamine hits that folks are used to on other platforms, having their attention literally snatched from them because they get to see things in quick little intervals. This is not a short, and I have content to post as shorts, and I will do that. However, today is not one of those days. I am going to elaborate on, if you're a stylist, like how to get your clients to transition to natural hair. Some people feel like that's a difficult thing to do. I know with speaking to clients, entertaining conversation in which they, speak on wanting to go short, wanting to do a big chop. A lot of times we are enticed by beautiful people, beautiful things that look nice, shiny, brand new, that grab your attention. They look edgy. And then we find out what we have to do to obtain those things, said looks, not literal things, right? And we don't want to do them. And I'm saying we, because like very lightly, I'm including myself in the we, because there are certain things like, perfect example. I keep speaking on wanting to get locks. And when I say get locks, I really should say grow them. Because everything now is like, oh, my head is going in so many different directions, so many different conversations. It is like sad that you can vend a lock. You can purchase a lock. You can purchase the locks and make it into your hair. It's like it eliminates the whole spiritual new growth process of growing out your own hair and embracing that. But I get it. Everybody's like, hurry up and wait. And they don't want to wait. They want it like yesterday. They want it right this second, right now. And so, because we have people that study us, coily haired people, naturally, they have gone ahead and created these products that give you instantaneous new looks. So I mentioned that because, like I said, I'm lightly putting myself in the category of when I use the term we, whatever I'm about to say. So yes, I would like to get locks. And my hesitancy is coming from the fact that I'm going to miss the process of doing my weaves, cutting my hair off. Like, I like undercuts. I like faux hawks. I like color. And in this last year, as a matter of fact, last January, I had a Caesar. And now my hair has grown out profusely. So it's like, I miss my short hair, but I haven't felt like doing it. Now, back to you guys, right? The clients, the ones that are curious, the ones that talk about they want a boy cut, they want a big chop, they want to go natural because they like how curls look. Let me explain something to you with your beautiful self. Your hair is naturally curly already. A lot of you guys have been jaded. You've been falsely persuaded to think that good hair is hair that looks like what is advertised to you. You know what I'm saying? For a lack of better words, I'm going to say, and I shouldn't even say lack of better words, for use of a better term, I'm going to say like people who are mixed in their ethnic background. So you think, people with smoother looking hair, more loose, wavy looking hair with more springy, full lock looking curls, hair is better than yours, and that is so far from the truth. And because there are beautiful mixes of people, of different ethnicities coming together, now we have all these other in-between textures of curls, from kinky to coily to springy to elongated to deceivingly unapparent, if that's a word. I just made it up. Deceivingly unapparent curls. And when I say deceivingly unapparent, sometimes you can see someone with really, like, their hair almost looks like a body wave. It looks like really thick. And when it gets wet, it does the most luscious, beautiful curl, but it's not tight as yours. It's not tight as this, right? And you may be, persuaded or jaded to say, like, that's good hair, but let's get back to square one. This is where it originates from. You are where it originates from. You are the reason why everyone wants to go curly. You are the reason why everyone wants to go natural. You're the reason why everyone wants to get braids or indulge in natural hairstyling that does not involve weave, extensions, or braids of any kind. However, utilizing their own natural pattern to make like really slamming hairstyles. I will play with visuals as we go along. And I am learning how to utilize, social media to mix, or these different apps that can like show you what I'm talking about as I'm speaking. But right now, I'm so grateful that you're just here listening. And again, how to get your client if you are a stylist, and how to go if you are not a stylist and you're just someone watching and you're curious about how to go natural. The best, this is my opinion, right? But one of the absolute easiest ways to go natural is to cut all of your hair off. Now, if you're a person that has lengthy hair and say you haven't had a relaxer or any of these smoothers, straighteners, or whatever in a long time, and you have new growth, which is your roots, your new growing hair that has come from your root that does not match the chemically treated version of your hair. If you have new growth and then you have ends that are straight or whatever, you can just cut it to the new growth and start from there. What does that look like? For some of us, it looks like a TWA, which is a teeny weeny afro. For some of us, that looks like some of us that looks like a fro, period. It's not teeny weeny, but it looks like a fro because of the shrinkage. And shrinkage is what your hair does once it gets wet, because it is already naturally curly. So once it gets wet, it's going to shrink. It's going to decrease in its length and expand in its width of whatever curl pattern that you have. So yes, that's one way. Cutting your hair off and starting from whatever new growth you have. Now, if you happen to be in haste, because some people are really they're not genuinely motivated. They're just anxious to look a certain way, right? And they may be like, okay, I'm ready to cut it now. And you as the stylist may say, well, you only have this much new growth. And they go, okay, just cut it. And if you're like myself, you can discern when a person is actually serious and when they're just like antsy, and then they'll turn around and be like, they wish they didn't do it, or they don't like it, and you really care about how this person is going to feel once they make this move. You're going to pause and you're going to continue to consult with this person and make sure that they know exactly what is about to happen. Or you're just going to tell them, I don't think you're ready, because you know that they are not ready. If you are not a stylist and you are someone that is looking at the little bit of new growth that you have, and you actually think that what you see is how thick or full your hair is going to be once you cut it, I apologize in advance to let you know that you are highly mistaken. Curls, once you cut a curl, right, and it's in its curly state, it doesn't lay down. And whatever elevation it does have on it or with it already, you're taking that off. And because the hair grows in a cyclical form, you cut half of that circle, it's going to go the rest of the way to the scalp, towards the scalp. So what you're actually looking at once you cut it, it's going to lay like maybe half of this length right here, right? If you're a person that just really doesn't care, then guess what? You're not even going to even have this conversation. In fact, if you're listening to me now, you're just listening so that you could pass this word along, because you're one of the people that doesn't care about your hair. You don't care if it gets cut because you know it's going to grow back. And you're unafraid of the process of growing it out into the lush fro fullness, visual curl patterns that you want to see. You're not afraid to let it go through the stages. But for most people, they don't like it. They are afraid of it. They are afraid to embrace themselves naturally, without anything, without any additives. With additives, I mean like adding on hair, right? Like, I'll go ahead and just let you know that these ponytails, these puffs are not my natural puffs. I added hair to it. Now, my natural ponytails are maybe like that much, like a scoop of ice cream. They're about the size of a scoop of ice cream. And they're cute, but I wanted bigger puffs, so I added hair. But for most people, like I said, they don't want to embrace. It's very difficult for them to embrace who they are without the extras and the additives. But then they get enticed by, like I said in the beginning, the shiny, the attractive, the edgy looking heads of hair that don't care. And they want that, but it's really not that look. They want that attitude. They want that persona. They want to step boldly in their baldness, and they can do it, but they don't believe that they can. So when you're talking to someone that wants to go natural, you have to converse with them like that. You have to get to the root of why it is they want to go natural. And if you are a stylist that is like over relaxers, then when you're speaking to your clients about going natural and you're convincing them, then you're going to let them know about the benefits of the density that the hair will incur upon growing out. The hair's health changes once you let go of relaxers. There are some people who can let go of relaxer and color altogether. There are some who will let go of the relaxer, but they must have color. For whatever reason. Some people want to cover their grays. Some people want just the spice of variety. They still want to make their hair look more attractive with color, and they like that, and that's okay. As long as the hair is in the condition to receive said color, and you have a stylist that is product knowledgeable about what to use and what to use, when to use it, and honest enough to tell you no, you can't have it because your hair is not ready for it. Those are things to consider. Why? Because you don't want to leave the relaxer to go into color only on your natural hair and then destroy your natural curl pattern. You want to retain your curls integrity at all costs. And on another video, we will talk about how to do that. We will talk about what does that mean? What does it look like? And why people will push the envelope and compromise the curl's integrity. A lot of times I'm always going to bring it back to square one. It's usually because either the client is pushy and the stylist is, I was going to say the stylist is greedy. Or the stylist is greedy and they don't care, about the integrity of the hair. Or they're not greedy. Neither of them are greedy, but they don't care about like trying stuff out. And it's like, yo, you want to try this? Well, have you done it before? Nah, but you could get it. Okay, well, how much you going to charge me? I'm going to do it for free. One of those situations, right? Either way, if your client is not strong enough to tell you no, you don't need this color, and they go ahead and do it anyway, and you pay attention to that, I'm going to tell you now, you may want to switch stylists. And stylists, if you have clients that are like bullies that think, they can tell you what to do, that this is what they want and they're paying you, well, guess what? Spot on. You can end the service, end the consultation. You don't have to take the money. You don't have to. You don't have to take the money. And if you already got the money and there's still a problem, you can refund the money to let them know that you're still not the boss of me. Because at the end of the day, when their hair is looking effed up and crazy and is blowing all over the place, is shedding at the blow of a dryer, and it's shooting everywhere, and somebody asks what happened to your hair, they're going to blame you. They're going to blame you. Now, if you don't care about that type of thing, I'm not going to tell you have at it, because hair is already becoming and has become a luxury for people. A lot of people make it so that they can afford it, and then there are others where it is like a real treat to themselves. So don't take that away from them by fucking up their hair. Don't do that. That's not why you got licensed. That's not why you got into this field. And if you are naturally gifted and talented at what you do, that is definitely not why you got into this field. So you have to be accountable and integral and go a step further. And sometimes be willing to tell clients no. And this is, again, where it comes back into why or how you're able to convince clients to go natural. Sometimes they need to grow out all of the color, the relaxer, whatever damage they had done to their hair. Sometimes they may not want to cut as much as they need to start off, then you can make suggestions as to how to grow their hair out. Hopefully you are a stylist that is a jack of all trades, and better than the one that is a master at one. You know, the saying goes, jack of all trades, a master of none. But better that than being the master of one. Right? So if you're a master of more than just relaxers, weaving, styling with extras. If you can do all the things, meaning you can braid, meaning you can style natural hair, you can two-strand twist, you know how to create looks without the utilization of relaxers, then you are in a very good position to assist your client with growing out their hair to transition into natural without having to cut it all off. You just have to be creative in your thought process to accommodate what your client is going to like, what they're going to be comfortable with, and confident that even if they don't know what they want, you can still give it to them. That's a lot, but not a lot if you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know and you're not willing to accommodate your client on growing out their hair, going through that process, then it really would be to your benefit to, one, learn how to do so, or two, make recommendations to a stylist that knows how to do those things. And not be afraid if if you have to do that. It doesn't mean that you've lost a client. You actually gain the respect of that client. You make room for new clients, and then you also make room for your client to send you clients and to possibly return to you. You know what I'm saying? Because being honest, being truthful, keeping it a whole buck with your clients is priceless. And I know it sounds like, especially if you're new and you're like, well, I just started and now everybody's talking about going natural, and I'm hearing these things about relaxers and I don't want to lose my clients. Listen, who's for you will come to you. You will attract those clients. You won't lose anyone. You will gain everything. And most of all, you will keep your respect. Your relationship and your reputation will stay intact. That is tantamount to anything else. Because no one wants to be known as the stylist that just is an opportunist or is afraid to recommend people to other people that can actually serve them. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be that stylist. So before my clock clicks to 30 minutes, I'm going to end here and we can come back at another time and chop it up some more. But if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them. I do thank you for stopping by, listening, watching, and I look forward to speaking with you again real soon. Peace.